Yeah, there we go. All right. Anyhow, so let me adjust my seat. This works out pretty good here. This little setup, like so, you know. It's all right. It's all right. Anyhow, well, you know me. I just fucking talk about whatever. I tried to do a video last night and it didn't work out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start taking a completely, totally different approach to doing videos. But anyways, yeah, so, you know, it was like what I was trying to explain is not easy to explain. It requires a lot more preparation and all this kind of stuff. And the thing is I'm not willing to go to that amount of trouble to do a video. Because the only reason that I would go to that amount of trouble is you know, to get the information out. So, but I already know that people don't. I already know how people are. There's so many things that come into play, so many different variables. You got censorship, shadow banning, and these other forms of censorship to, you know, to shut people up, or whatever. Prevent voices from being heard. So you got that. You got like censorship, and which shadow banning is a form of censorship, and throttling. You know, they got all these techniques that they use to you know, control the people's voices and what is said and what isn't, and what is so it's like you got that variable. Like what's the point in investing, you know, a lot into doing a video that's just going to get shadow banned and throttled and censored anyways? You see what I mean? Like there's but then this information might be so important that even despite the censorship, shadow banning, throttling, etc., it's still that important that if I can even just reach one or two people, right? So once you get past the shadow banning and censorship, and you've decided to accept that it doesn't matter because that's how important this information is. So, well, then you got people. Because so first you got the controllers, you know. You got the masters of the universe. The masters are the ones that censor and do all this shit and shadow ban and throttle and all this stuff. Those are the masters. And if you decide you're just going to go ahead and do it anyways, because maybe one or two people will listen to, well, then you've got people. Now, are people much better than the masters? No. That's the problem. See, that's the problem. And the masters know this. You know? They know this. All the masters do is play the people. That's all they do. The people are the ones that carry out all the orders. The masters just tell everybody what to do. It's the people that go along with it, which makes them, you know, as bad. Sorry, I mean that's, you know, and so this gets into, you know, we're talking about, You know, Charles M. Schultz quote that I love humanity. What does he say? I love humankind. It's people I can't stand. You know, everybody wants to point at how evil Bill Gates is and all the masters like Bill Gates, Master Gates, and Master Trump and but dude, like the people are just as bad. They're arguably worse. Just people in general. So, anyways, so you know, people will censor and throttle and shadow ban just as much as the masters themselves. Like the masters really don't even have to do anything. They just put the word out, and the people carry out all the orders. So all these things that are going on, the people at large have allowed it. Are responsible. You know, the truth means responsibility. And so anyways, so I'm like watching all this stuff, right? Okay, well here's the thing. Because I'm in the desert is, I want to do a video on this. The desert is not an easy place to be. Like if you're in the desert and it's like 120 degrees outside, which it often is, especially in direct sun where there's no shade, you're gonna find yourself indoors a lot. You're not gonna be going outside. You know, you really aren't. You might think, oh well, I'm different. I know how to do this and that. You ain't gonna. You're gonna be inside. You're gonna be inside with everyone else sitting next to the air conditioner. So there's nothing to do in the desert when it's hot, except for, you know, like watch movies or read or clean, organize, you know, watch the internet. Beyond that, there just isn't much happening. You know, play guitar, whatever, and that shit really gets you, dude. It really the desert will. It's really challenging to adapt to that because you're just going to be inside a bunch until the weather cools down. You're inside, which is why I did that video talking about color, having color and stuff in your living quarters. Because if you have to be indoors for long periods of time, maybe it's fucking cold or something, you know, for whatever reason, you know. Plan to stay inside for long periods of time. You know, that's why I did that video yesterday talking about, you know, personalizing my sanctuary. My living quarters is my sanctuary. It's not just a place that I sit and wait for the weather to cool down. But anyways, so I'm like indoors just with nothing to do. So I'm you know, I'm like Neo searching for Morpheus on the internet. And all it is just nothing but lies and agent provocateurs everywhere, spewing out all this propaganda, agent provocateurs and useful idiots all over the internet. It's like, you know, Mr. Anderson looking for Morpheus and just scouring through the internet looking for Morpheus, and all there is agents and agent provocateurs and useful idiots spewing out a bunch of garbage all over. And after a while, it's maddening, and you want to start reacting to it, or at least trying to respond to all of this agent provocateur propaganda and all these useful idiots that are just mirroring it everywhere. So it's just like, that's all there is dead internet. That's all there is dead that is the dead internet. Nothing but agent provocateurs and useful idiots mirroring everything. And it's just this big fucking, you know, it's all insane. And after a while, you want to react to it, because if you're intelligent, which not everybody's a useful idiot and an agent provocateur, and you know there are other people out there, well, guess what? They're all getting shadow banned and throttled and censored too. And so That's why it's so hard to find anybody to identify with, because everybody else is getting shadow banned and censored and throttled, so that all there is to see is the agent content, agent provocateur content, and the useful idiot content. And after a while, you want to react or try to respond, because the shit that these guys are putting out is nothing but brain rot. It's straight up brain rot, and it's disguised as like intellectual. That these are smart people and they're saying all these smart things, and it's just dumb shit. It's all fucking dumb, and it's all designed to dumb everybody down. And you know, well, that person sounds smart, therefore they must know what they're talking about. So yeah, I guess that you know, you know, the Anunnaki are the ones in control of everything, or whatever. It's like all this stupid shit. So but you just can't respond, or you just can't respond to it. It cannot be. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. And so I tried to respond yesterday, and I did a video, and then I watched it, and I just realized you just can't even respond to this stuff. The best thing to do is to just not respond. Stoicism, I guess, but I'm not a stoic. I'm a cynic. I don't care about stoicism. You know, I mean, yeah, stoicism it can apply, and it's sure, it's something that a person can. Some people are just naturally stoic. I'm not. I'm naturally a cynic. Like, I have always been a cynic, and cynics do not respond in the same way that stoics do. And stoicism is not necessarily the best action. If everybody were a stoic, nobody would ever speak out against all this stupid shit that's going on, for example, online. Like, if everybody was stoic, everybody would just be like this. You know, it's like, well, after a while, that's stupid. See, I'm very cynical of stoicism. I'm a fucking cynic. And honestly, I don't give a fuck about stoicism. If you are naturally stoic, then good for you. I'm not. I'm not at all. And I don't. It is not the superior. It's not the superior method. It can be, but that doesn't mean that it is in everything. In certain situations, yeah, sure. Just like cynicism isn't the be-all, end-all either. Stoicism is not the be-all, end-all. It's like, as long as I'm stoic, then everything is fine. That's stupid. And you know, there's all this hype on YouTube about stoicism. You don't see anything about cynicism. Hardly. Not compared to stoicism. You know, they're glamorizing stoicism, and I think it's because they want everybody to just respond to everything like this. That way you're passive. You're a passive consumer. The stoic is the passive consumer that puts on the game face. That's all stoicism is. It's stupid. The cynic is the one that's like, always like, what is this? Just more bullshit? And that's what stoicism is. Stoicism itself isn't bullshit, but the propaganda that's being pushed about stoicism is total bullshit. Everything online is bullshit. It is the dead internet. The dead internet. It is just like rotting corpses. That's all the dead internet is for the most part. Unless you want to watch some kitten videos, those are fun. Kitten videos, and that's all there is, really, though. You know, kitten videos and stuff, or the popular trending channels that are talking about DMT and stoics, how to be a stoic, and like how to make your channel successful, you know, and you know, and then all this politics bullshit and all this conspiracy theory truther bullshit. Like, it's the dead internet, bro. That is all it is, dead internet. So, of course, we'll keep searching for the proverbial Morpheus online per circumstance. For example, my circumstance where I'm in it's 125 fucking degrees every day. So I don't really have any choice but to search for Morpheus on the dead internet while I wait for the weather to cool down, you know, and that's fine. We all have our own situations. You might be in a situation where it's so cold that you're stuck indoors or whatever, or you're outdoors and you know you have no respite from the outdoors, you know. We all have our own circumstances and situations, but a lot of time these circumstances and situations leave us at the mercy of just like not much to do except for look for Morpheus. Look for the proverbial Morpheus. And when you're looking for the proverbial Morpheus on the internet, dude, dead internet is not a theory. The internet is 90 or more percent comprised of agent provocateurs and useful idiots.